I'm back!
Dragon Age Origins was one of those games that you started playing and, surprise, it's 4 AM. I wasn't actually familiar with BioWare games when this released and I picked it up, but man did it make one hell of a first impression. What's not to like? A dark fantasy tale full of violence. You get drenched in the blood of your enemies. That's so metal! This dragon is made out of blood!
Decapitation!
It's got demons, swords, magic, and most of all, words! Oh wow. Huh. This game's got a really good story. You see, Origins is what I refer to as a BOPG, which stands for Big-Ass Role-Playing Game. It feels huge, but not in a bad way. Sometimes games can feel overwhelmingly massive and complicated, or they might feel like empty spaces with fairly little to actually do. Origins feels like neither. It's constantly keeping you engaged with story threads that matter, built with consequences and rewards that can make a surprising difference. The main plot is focused and well-paced, and environments feel detailed and properly spaced out as to not overstay their welcome. Except Orzammar, I swear that shit drags on forever. So if you aren't familiar, in Origins you become a Grey Warden, which is basically the coolest combination of words I've ever heard. You're tasked with defending the land of Ferelden from the Blight, a disastrous event heralded by the Darkspawn hordes, who are commanded by the Archdemon. And of course there's a lot more to it than just that, and the story does a great job of not getting too swamped in the details while still leaving you the option of digging as deep as you like. Your warden can be any number of races, and by any number I mean 3 specifically. Human, elf, or dwarf, the Holy Trinity. I frequently play a human, because I'm basic. From there you can pick a class: warrior, rogue, or mage. The Holy Trinity strikes again. Mages are, as you'd expect, super diverse with a bunch of various spells and trees available to them. Rogues can stealth around, disarm traps, unlock chests, and kick people in the dick.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Warriors whack things real good. But that's not all you can choose from. The game allows you to select from a number of origins, hence the name, which affects how your story begins and what elements of the story or background changes. As a mage, for example, those within the tower will recognize you, and you'll have unique dialogue options available. This is the case for every origin. The game is tailored in small but meaningful ways according to whatever you decide on. What stands out most about each of the origins is that they're all enthralling scenarios that you can easily find yourself drawn into, and it's honestly worth it to experience all of them. No matter your choice, you can be sure that you're in for some quality storytelling, but Human Noble is the best origin, and you can fight me on that. The combat of this game is deceptive because it looks dull as hell, but when you're actually playing, it becomes pretty intense. It'll never really be a visual marvel, but it's very strategic. If you're a fan of stuff like Dungeons & Dragons, you'll probably enjoy this. To give you an idea of the freedom this game allows you, my very first character was a rogue. Several bad decisions later, he was decked out in heavy armor, wielding a greatsword. I couldn't use almost any of my abilities because rogues don't have a skill tree for greatswords. But they let me do it anyway, and by God, I was gonna have that sword. But it's not without its quirks, and sometimes silly stuff like this will happen. As per usual with BioWare games, you're given a bunch of companions, and because this was a new concept to me, I found that I really enjoyed having party members I could just stop and chat with at my own leisure. They're all consistent, well-written characters. Alistair's great for a laugh, Liliana's fun and charming, and Morrigan made me realize I had a type.
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
But the best companion is, of course, Dog. Each of your party members can approve or disapprove of your actions throughout the story, but Dog will always love you. The biggest reason I wanted to talk about this game, though, was to draw attention to just how much it allowed you to do, and the lengths it went to in order to account for each player's different choices. Let's revisit the adventures of my dumbass Greatsword Rogue real quick. So, a while after you arrive in Redcliffe, you have to fight off a horde of Darkspawn, and not only did I fail to prepare pretty much at all for this scenario, I was also just fairly weak at this point in the game. It got to the point that I was healing myself with injury kits because I ran out of poultices. So I ran as fast as I could out of Redcliffe so that I wouldn't have to fight these guys anymore. And I think to myself, it's cool, I'll just go level up somewhere else and then come back to this part. And so I did. But when I returned, I was met with an absolutely devastated town, with like one guy left alive, limping over to me like, "Where were you?" The game actually allowed me to flee, and then punished me for it, and I absolutely adore that. There were consequences for my blatant cowardice. They made sequels to this game, and I really enjoyed my time with one of them. I don't like to talk about this one. Neither sequel really has the same level of depth that Origins did, though. Newcomers will definitely be surprised by how vast it is. I know I was. It's a massive adventure that is memorable for a reason. It was clearly made with genuine effort and passion, and given the amount of variety it has, it's fun to go back for multiple playthroughs. Which means it's perfect for existing fans to return to while we wait for Dragon Age 4.
Subscribe to Thief of Crystals! Okay, bye!
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe or just let me know your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to support my channel, you can either subscribe to my Patreon or donate directly via PayPal. Links can be found in the description below. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time.